Hello everyone. Welcome to the Hindu Editorial Reading and Summary Series presenting by Diction Addiction. Today's Hindu editorial title is In Search of Malice on FIRs against journalists and politicians. We'll go through the pictorial primer we will use the few pictures to understand the today's editorial. Here, this is what is a tractor overturned caused the death of farmer on farmers. One of the farmer named Navneet Singh on January 26, 2021 during the farmers protest, a tractor rally. So this is a reason what uh, journalists and politicians thought that this farmer died because of police bullets. But later on, it clarified that he has died because of overturned the tractor. That short period has grabbed the attention of entire nation, and that leads to the government thoughts that it that leads to the violence on red port, right? Because of that, cops or police from the different states from Uttar Pradesh and the Madhya Pradesh, they have registered a case against the senior journalist and senior Congress parliamentarian Shashi Tharoor, Dr. Shashi Tharoor. Here, the case against the Rajdeep Sardesai, Shashi Tharoor, Mrunal Pandey, Jafar Aga, Anant Nag, and Vinod K. Jose. So, what they did is early incidents, like when a farmer died in the protest because of ordering of the tractor. So that incident, as tweeted by these people, saying that he has died in the police with the police bullet. But later on, TV channels as well as these people have clarified that it's not because of the police bullet, it's because of the overturning of the tractor. But government and police think that because of these short messages by tweets by these people have raised the violence in Delhi. Hence, Delhi and the surrounding states. Hence, they registered a cases against these people under different sections, even section, sedition also. So this is what is the today's editorial. We'll read the article under loudspeaker. The registration of cases against some senior journalists and Congress MP Shashi Tharoor for their misleading social media post on Republic Day violence during the farmer protest in Delhi by UP and MP police is an instance of fishing for malice where there is none. The Gautam Buddha Nagar police have clearly gone overboard in their response to tweets that reflected an early and factually incorrect piece of information that a farmer who had died during the tractor rally in Delhi had fallen to police bullet. Later reports said he had died in a tractor overturned during the protests. The police have invoked the offenses of sedition, conspiracy, promotion of enmity between different groups, and breach of harmony between groups. Besides, they have sought to portray it as threat to national security and an attempt to instigate violence. A similar FIR has been filed on the basis of complaint in Bhopal, but it invokes only section relating to promotion of enmity and ill will. It is apparent and also strange that complaints and the police have sought link the violence on January 26 with the circulation of piece of misleading information for a short period. For one thing, the clashes between some of the protesters and the police had already started when the lone death among the protesters occurred. And second, the position was clarified in a short while. As the Elders Guild of India has pointed out, it was natural for journalists to report emerging details on day of protest and action at a time when several reports were coming from the eyewitnesses on the ground and the police. It is a matter of concern that there is an attempt to portray these early versions as intentionally malicious. There is a little surprise in the attempt by the police to invoke Section 124A of the IPC, sedition, at the slightest pretext. It is a part of the it is a part of the now familiar practice of waving a narrative of an imagined threat to national security whenever some sections of the police get an opportunity to slap criminal cases against the journalists and dissenters seen as a critical of the current establishment. The violence that marred the protest that day provided them with the opportune background necessary to file sedition case. An exasperating part of this narrative is that all those who had put out similar information through their social media handles have been deemed to be acting in concert and even participating in the same conspiracy. Hence, the inclusion of Section 120B, the conspiracy provision in the Penal Code, there is a little doubt that the registration of cases in two states different from the place where the farmers' protest death occurred indicates an attempt to build a narrative that media is misreporting lead to some of the violence that day. It is also shows a tendency not to miss an opportunity to harass and intimidate journalists. This is what is reading part. If I guess you understand the stand of the editorial today, but I would explain in a few sentences. You might have seen police booking cases against the farmers, farmer leaders, and non-charitable organization who are participating, promoting, as well as supplying the logistic to farmers' protest in the early also. Now it is turn of journalists and politicians who are reflecting the farmer protest and their grief. So what they did is on the day of violence, means 26 January 2021, during the tractor rally, one of the farmer named Navnit Singh died because of overturning the tractor. But early reports, always there is a tendency of journalists to have the breaking news as well as politicians also. What they did is, because from the eyewitnesses as well as the police, they assumed that this person, Navnit Singh, have died because of police bullet. And that is the reason. And the same thing they shared on their social media handles, tweets, in the form of tweets they did. And after some few hours, I guess, they have removed or they clarified that the farmer who died in the Delhi is not because of police bullet, because of the overturning of the tractor. But this is not enough to the police. Police is waiting for the opportunity to register the case against the who is broadcasting the farmer protest and who are supporting the farmer protest. So they have filed a cases against the senior journalist as well as the politician Shashi Tharoor for their misinformation on their social media handles. And cases also reported, cases also filed, not in the Delhi, in the Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh, to indicate that these people who have posted the information, wrong information, in the social media handles, have incited the violence is in and around of the Delhi state means Madhya Pradesh and UP. So, and also, I just want to conclude with the one, not conclude that I guess the police as well as the police people are waiting for an opportunity to wave the one story, to control or to wind up the or to close the farmer protest. So this would be the one of them, I guess. Finally, uh, Editors Glide of India said that it's a natural tendency of journalists to grab the early, uh, early inputs, right? So it's a natural tendency. So whatever they have posted, later on they clarified, but that's not enough for the police, right? So they want to curb the dissent as well as journalism in this democracy. Thank you all for your support, and see you again with one more video tomorrow. If at all you like the video, just give thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe so that you'll get the regular updates. Thank you, and see you again tomorrow.